Yeah, it's hot here today too, which didn't help.
Right, here we go. So going live. Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to the Flat Pack Show. Sorry, I didn't ran a bit late, so I didn't bother with the intro. But let's get on with it. We're just chilling out. So it's me, Flatmeister. I got the cool chill switch point.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, sure. I mean, cool, chill, maybe.
We got the newly named Turd Waffle. It's just Nerd Waffle.
Okay, so everybody else gets to be cool and chill, and I'm just turd waffle.
You knew what this was.
I encouraged it.
You knew the price to pay.
I encouraged it. I was in on the joke.
So yeah, to the people watching at home, either watching this live or later on, I just announced off air to the Flat Pack and Crumple Point. I really wanted you there to be able to tell you, but I'm going to be a dad.
Yeah, you better be a good dad.
Yeah, I'm a good dad. Yeah.
And now we get to reveal the new name of Flat, which is Papa Flat.
Papa Flat. I'm gonna have some mini flat packs. I don't know what a flat pack.
Get them hooked.
So it's not one child. It's going to be individual twins. So I don't know what the gender are yet, but I'm absolutely beaming.
Don't assume them, okay?
Yeah. we kept saying, me, my wife, and her sister, when we were having the scan today. I say we having the scan. It's not like I was having ultrasound done on me.
What?
But we kept referring to, because we do want boys.
It's 2019. Men can get pregnant too now.
Have you ever seen that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jr.?
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, we've been wanting boys, and we kept referring to him. Oh, look at him! Look at him! And then the sonographer kept saying, "Oh yeah, you can see it." It was almost like she was trying to sort of correct us, like, "Don't assume their gender."
You could be like, lady, we would prefer not to call our baby it's or things. Or...
Not in this house.
Yeah, not in this house.
Nah, but yeah.
Not in this household.
So I'm happy to have my kids have 2 Canadian uncles and one Scottish uncle as well.
There you go.
One belligerent Scottish uncle.
Oh my! Look at you having all these options. You know.
Why are you laddie? Come and have a sit. That sounded quite pathetic. Come and have a sit on my lap. I miss Crumple's Scottish accent. We're not heard from him in a while.
He'll be with us. He'll be with us one day. One day.
Hopefully in the summer holidays.
Hopefully. So the yeah. So I was I recently watched Egeretsuko season 2. That was a fun series. Like I don't know.
You said that title so fast. Is that the one with like a weird like cartoonish fox?
Yeah, Egeretsuko. It's the one with the red panda, actually.
Red panda.
That one with that has who gets angry and then does death metal.
Yeah, that's it. I've seen that advertised on Netflix, and I'm debating to watch that next.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it for what it is. It's a slice of life series done by the same people who did by some of the same people who used to work back on Hello Kitty back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And you follow the life of Retsuko, the red panda, who's who's basically trying to deal with her daily life, because she works in accounting and all that kind of stuff, and she's just trying to figure life out. It's very relatable because it's a lot of stuff where, where it's like, what do I do? How do I de-stress? And what is my purpose in life? And what's my end goals, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I enjoy it for what it is. It's cute. It's a fun little series. Only 2 seasons now. hopefully we'll get that third because I want to see Ageratsuko find her dreams. I want to see her reach that point. Then I need to watch Kakuraguri season 2. That's still on the list there.
Really good. I think I might go and rewatch season 2 again because it was a fantastic series.
Yeah, I know you really enjoyed that series quite a bit.
You really learn a lot more backstory about some characters as well. Won't spoil it, but
for sure.
But yeah,
I was also catching up on like some anime like Konosuba and Tanya the Evil, as well as Isekai Quartet, those were fun. So yeah, I've been doing the catch up on the anime list. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've been watching that Baki as well.
Oh, Baki, yeah, you were telling me you were liking that.
That is brutal as hell. For people watching that don't know what Baki is, it's based off a manga. This teenage boy at school, but secretly he also fights in this like underground fight club. It's like a martial arts tournament fight club, and the first rule about fight club is. Oh, I thought you were gonna say,
"Thou shalt not fight.
Thou shalt not talk about Fight Club."
Come on now, first rule of Fight Club: don't talk about Fight Club.
But these like 5 of these death row inmates from around the world all get this this urge to they want to taste defeat. They all say, and so they escape from these prisons from around the world. All quite very diverse characters as well. And so they all want to basically challenge the winner of this tournament, and it happens to be Baki, this 16, 17-year-old kid who's trying to just get on with his life in school. Trying to do what the average 16, 17-year-old does. Chill out with his new girlfriend. But it is very gory, very brutal, and like it's really like kinetic with like the fight scenes. So you got some fast action, and then sometimes when like a character does like a surprise sucker punch or kick, like it's almost like it's in freeze frame, like they're just sort of reacting, like sort of flying through the air, but in just frozen in time, which is they do that quite a lot in the show. Yeah, usually.
So who would win, the One Punch Man or Baki?
Oh damn! I've not watched One Punch Man, but I would put my money on him. I think One Punch Man would win.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, but although Baki himself is a little bit overconfident of his abilities as well.
Fair enough. I mean, One Punch Man is just like I like the idea of One Punch Man is him just trying to find like a goal to fight for, like, or trying to find the worthy fight because he's so OP.
Yeah,
So.
I really want to watch that. I've yet to watch that.
Yeah, One Punch Man's a fun one though.
What about you, Corey? Have you watched any anime or anything recently?
Not recently.
What?
Yeah, I'm very picky with anime, so it's hard to find a series that I like. I mean, it's I don't know, like I like Dragon Ball Z, and I like Gundam Wing, and I like I should do another run through of Dragon Ball Z. It's been a long time. But yeah, I'm very, very picky about anime.
Because I've kind of gone into like anime with like as like fresh with fresh eyes, and that's when me and Switchpoint were like, he was recommending me all different anime genre, because he said, "What genres are you into?" I'm like, "I don't know what genres there are." I was like, "I just go in the deep end, just mention a really cool one." Yeah, that's when we got on to Kakaguru, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, I recommended that you give it a shot. You said you liked it, and we had that discussion about it. I mean, the reviews on my channel still. Yes, if you want to watch it.
Go check it out.
The as for like as for stuff like that, I don't know. Like, I mean, I know in regards to Nerd Waffle's case scenario here, or like, he's never really been big into the anime scene. Normally, I think like, sure, he wants to find ones he likes, but I don't. I think they're just. I don't know. I think that maybe they just too Japanese for him. That might be the case. I couldn't really say, because I mean, I don't know. Maybe like it's just something that he never, because he's never really gotten into it, and I can't really say that. I mean, that's again. I mean, he has different preferences. I don't know. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. Think of what my. I mean, let me have a look at my Netflix list on my phone. Of like what's on my to watch list. But yeah, I'm in part 2 of Barky, so coming up to.
Well, I mean, I have other ones I need to watch too. So, but like we'll definitely, you know, there's definitely like a lot out there. It's good. Now as for, I don't know, other aspects, we could always talk about other things that that are around right now. You know, like okay,
I mean, you said you were considering getting the new sequel of Wolfenstein. Yeah.
I was considering getting that. I mean,
what was
so
it
I mean, I played.
Is it called Youngblood? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Youngblood. So like, so the Wolfenstein. I guess I'm gonna call it like the. I don't know what I'm gonna call this trilogy. I was gonna call it the Blood trilogy, but then I realized, not really, because okay, so there's Wolfenstein Old Blood. There's Wolfenstein New Blood. So New Blood is was the new game, like Wolfenstein the New Order was the new game. Sorry, Wolfenstein the New Order. Then there's Wolfenstein Old Blood, which is the prequel to New Order. Then which is kind of like an expansion pack, but not really. Then there's New Colossus, which is the second Wolfenstein game technically. Then there's Wolfenstein Youngblood. And so Youngblood is like, you're playing as BJ Blazkowicz's daughters. He has twin daughters. At the like during the New Colossus, he the girl that he's in love with gets pregnant, and she got pregnant during New Order, but like you get confirmation of it in New Colossus, and she's so she gives birth to twins, and they're like, in this new game, BJ's missing because I think he went undercover or something to do a mission. And so the girls are now going to go and trying to finish Daddy's work and trying to find him, because they find out that he's like in Paris, and so they're going to Paris because sure, like they started the revolution in America to stop the Nazis in America, so they're going to Paris, where the Nazis still have control because that's in the EU, which is Germany, and this is like 19 years after the last game. Yeah.
Oh,
so
quite a time jump then.
Quite a bit of a time jump, but it could work. I want to see how it goes. I'm intrigued. They have like an interesting thing where there's like a co-op mode where you can go through the game single player, or you can go through co-op. And that intrigues me. I want to see how that works, because I mean, I wouldn't mind going through the game with a friend. I don't know. I find like there's a lot of first-person shooters that really definitely could introduce a co-op mode again, like because I mean, I remember those old first-person shooters that had co-ops. Those are from like playing through Halo with a friend and stuff like that. Was pretty good.
Yeah, you get. I like the idea of having more options. Of course, like if you don't have anybody around that wants to play, well, you can play by you. You have the option to play yourself, or you have a couple of buddies who have the game, who like the game, who want to play. Also, then you can link up with them. I mean, it just makes sense to do it, especially in a shooter game.
With Youngblood. So if you play it single player, do you have the AI, like the other sister, as an AI companion along the story?
I don't know if the person's an AI companion or if they'll be off like doing other missions or things of that nature while you're doing yours. Like we'll see how it kind of works when the game actually
Yeah.
comes out. They're not selling it at full price. So I mean, if you guys want to pick it up and you're curious, they are selling it like it looks like about half price of, or at least like a significant discount of like what a new game normally goes for. Um, I mean, which I think is actually kind of cool. Like they're not trying to sell it at full price here. They're trying to. So I don't know if they consider this an expansion and not the real Wolfenstein 3 or not. But like, if Old Blood was any indication of like what this will be, if like let's say it is an expansion, it's gonna be a fairly beefy expansion pack, if that, because that game felt like a full game on its own as well. I remember playing through that and like, um, I would have easily accepted it as a full game in the series as well. So
Yeah.
um honestly, it's kind of hard to say what this will be. I'm kind of looking forward to it because I mean I've been enjoying the Wolfenstein series. I might wait a bit before picking it up. I might not. I'm not sure. It's supposed to be coming out this week. I mean, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what I end up doing.
You were saying off air about journalists. They were trying to. They were
Yeah,
really stringing the wriggly worm bait out there, weren't they? For
yeah, they really wanted to get like they really wanted to get this this news reporter or this news reporter. It was like so it was one of the reporters that no longer gets like early copies of Bethesda games because of how they abuse their power, I guess. Um, and so what happened is in this interview, they wanted to really get this like guy to admit like, oh yeah, so this is a political game, like talking about the current political sphere, and he's like, no, like this is just a game where like Nazis exist, and it's always been like what Wolfenstein's been about. Okay, but like with the current political sphere, you can make like a you can make a you can make a discussion about stuff like that, and you can definitely we definitely they really want them to like make this like the game to like tout against like the alt right and like the Nazis and stuff like that. I'm like, and they're like, no, we're just trying to make a game. like like sure, I mean, yeah, Nazis are the main villain in this game because like this is the Nazis took over type of thing, right? But that doesn't mean like that's not like that's like you're misunderstanding the point of this game and how it works. You know, this is an alternate reality. This is you're playing as BJ Blazkowicz, who fights the Nazis. The Nazis just happen to have like they happen to have they happen to have won the main war, and so like this is the resistance. Like, you're part of the resistance now. You're trying to fight them on. Like it's not some it's not what you think it is. Like it's not like it's they're not trying to make a statement. They're just trying to make a fun shooter. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's always been like Wolfenstein's always been about fighting Nazis. That's just the way Wolfenstein is. But it's never really any strong political leanings of of telling you what BJ thinks or what his allegiances are or trying to be like, oh well, this that and the other thing. Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's always been about how cool can you like do these moves and stuff like that, and we'll use an obvious villain. We'll use Nazis because like well, Nazis are an obvious villain to use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's okay. It works. It's that simple. Like it's as simple as like Doom using demons. You know, like there was not really any strong forethought of the political sphere and how it works. You know.
Oh, did someone have like? I want the next Doom, so can't we just talk to the demons? A stupid hot take.
Oh yeah, I need to understand the demons on their point of view and why they do what they do. Like, are you telling me that they could just be misunderstood, just like the Muslims? And we need to understand that. Oh, God.
That's why I love that. I occasionally rewatch that Doom Eternal announcement gameplay reveal trailer. Please refer to them as mortally. Is it the word demon is offensive? Please use the term mortally challenged.
I mean, the new grappling hook looks like pretty fun though. I can't wait to try that out.
Was it called the Death Hook or something?
something like that.
Oh,
I'm a little intrigued because I do like the new Doom game. It's actually really fun, and I definitely recommend people playing it. It's a really great like action game. One of my only real complaints about the game, and this is because when going back and playing the original Doom, you could actually like bypass pretty much every enemy, unless it's like I think typically you might actually be able to bypass every enemy. I can't remember, and like actually like just do a speed run. Um, the new game like locks you into an area. You have to kill everybody before moving to the next area,
yeah.
and that's actually kind of one of my only real complaints because it was like I kind of I kind of miss that like that idea of that like speed run idea of just can you imagine just like trying to run through the game and not killing any of the demons?
Yeah.
I would that'd be so cool. I want to see people who actually can do it. And because they lock off the areas though, like you can't do that now. And I'm like, oh, you know. Um it's just more of a small little thing than anything else that I would like to see be brought back for Doom Eternal.
I mean, just watching this teaser trailer, it seemed. I wonder whether they're teasing whether the Doomslayer is not just a threat to hell and the denizens of hell, but also to heaven and the angels. Because
I mean, it might be.
whatever lore they're sort of trying to explore, because I think where is it? I'll see it in the trailer. It literally was a glimpse of some kind of angelic
Yeah, there it is.
creature. Where? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Come on, it was a brief frame. Apples. There we go. So whatever this, like, or is that what was the robot? I never played Doom 2016. I did see clips here and there. Vega or something. The robot was called.
Oh god, I have to remember what the name. I'd have to go play through. I never really cared too much about the naming. I was just more like, fucking kill this shit.
Those glory kills are brutal.
Yes. Like I don't know, I am looking forward to it. I mean, I think they're more banking on this game than any other games, personally.
Yeah.
Just because of how well received Doom 2016 was. And with the downfall of Fallout 76 plus the plus the not so great receival of a new Colossus when that came out.
Yeah.
What was another one that didn't get really good praise? Like they have like 2 or 3 games that like just didn't really do very well in the zeitgeist. Doom 2016 actually did get a really good one. Was really well received. So I think they're putting more effort into marketing Doom Eternal and trying to make Doom Eternal look better. I think also like the new Elder Scrolls. I think that's another one they're probably looking forward to. Trying to like market that. I think those two, since they don't have as bad a rep as some of their other games right now. Oh yeah, Rage 2 didn't do so good with them either.
Yeah.
And I think so. I think they're go ahead, sorry.
I was going to mention Blades as well, the sort of the mobile game.
Yeah.
That they're doing.
Like that was kind of a blip.
Yeah, like so I think Bethesda is trying to like kind of step back a bit, try to make those other projects slightly smaller, trying to put more resources into games that they know have at least a good standing right now, and then maybe come back to those other ones a bit later, kind of thing. I could be wrong, but like that's what it looks like it's happening right now with Bethesda.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that kind of like works out for them. I am looking forward to Doom Eternal because I did like Doom 2016, but however, I am going to be one of those weird guys. Say I enjoyed the Wolfenstein. Even New Colossus was okay. Like it wasn't like as good as Old Blood or New Order. I also highly recommend playing Old Blood and New Order, both amazing games. And if you're interested, you can try New Colossus, but pick it up when it's on sale. And keep in mind there are some like problems with New Colossus, but nothing as bad as some people said that it was. I don't think it's as bad.
I was just typing Wolfenstein into Google, and it's not even correct. It's not even recommending Youngblood. It doesn't even come up in the predicted search thing. Like, really making me wonder what is going on.
Actually, I think like what is the first thing that shows up on Wolfenstein in the Google order? My first one, Wolfenstein Youngblood is the auto shows up with Wolfenstein Youngblood as the auto for me.
Perhaps have you searched it previously? Have you?
I have.
Yeah, so it might.
I'm gonna be part of it. What do you get?
I was just getting like all of the other older games, like Wolfenstein, the New Colossus, and Old Blood.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I recommend definitely playing Old Blood and New Order. There's a pack actually, I think, that has both Old Blood and New Order together.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if your PC can handle it, though. That's a problem if it can't.
Can you handle this?
Also, here's something that's interesting. I like the Paris atmosphere. Which of the girls do you think is cuter? We got 2 girls in this one. We got like we got
Jess and Soph.
Yeah, Jess and Soph. Sophie and Jess, and there's mommy. Look, I mean, I think
I like the girl with the black hair is all right.
A girl with black hair is all right, or then we got the girl with the short hair,
which I think is Jess. Soph is the one with the short blonde hair.
Is it blonde or is it a red?
It looks blondish, like sort of strawberry blonde.
It might be strawberry. I mean, I like that the girls have like their they have like the southern accent like their dad. Like it's a nice little touch, you know, meaning like which will most likely hint to the fact they probably grew up in the South, which I actually kind of like. I also like the idea like that they're clearly daddy's girls. like it's very obvious that they're very daddy's girl. Like they beat up shit before asking any questions. They're very much look like they're testosterone driven in regards to like how they like beat up things and are like kick ass and badass and all that kind of like they're very much daddy's girls clearly.
Yeah, they like there was a bit in the trailer where they were sort of a bit like sort of awkward teens. Like it works well, and I know. And I know when this was first announced, I know like places like One Angry Gamer was going, "Oh look, it's fucking woke feminism bullshit." I'm like, what? Just because it's got 2 females in the lead, like
I don't see any woke feminism stuff in this at all. I think
because he was tainted by like some of the hand-fisted marketing of the previous one, like with the
possibly
make America not Nazi again or something. It was basically Trump bashing. I was like, oh come on, Bethesda, like this is too on the nose. But yeah, Billy, like I've called Billy D out from One Angry Gamer before, and
this is sorry, like I don't see any woke. I mean, I looked at this trailer like multiple times. I looked at the other trailer as well. There's 2. I don't see any like woke shit in this stuff. I mean, maybe I'm missing it. I don't know. I mean, if you can point it out to me, let me know. But I'm not seeing it. What about you? Waffle? You see any woke stuff here?
Not really. No, I
like
don't see
it just looks like like here the premise is literally 2 girls trying to find their daddy, and clearly they clearly been trained by their daddy. Like they have very similar characters to BJ Blazkowicz from like when he's trying to kill Nazis and stuff like that. They're very hoorah, let's go do this kind of like militaristic type of girls.
Like he sort of passed down his militaristic tactics and knowledge to his daughters.
Yeah, like I can get behind that.
Yeah, sort of to make sure.
And they're young girls. Yeah, right? They're like 19, 20. Of course they're gonna be like gung ho and very like strong, very strong attitudes about it. Like this is most likely like their first time in the field. You know what I mean?
Well, he doesn't want them to just be daddy's guy. He wants them to be able to be self-sufficient, look after themselves when he's not there.
Exactly. Especially when Nazis are still around in this universe. Now, let's switch topics a little bit because somebody reminded me of something.
Oh, he's switching because he's called Switchpoint for a reason.
Oh, I know. So apparently, there was a trailer that just hit during San Diego Comic-Con of OKKO, and our friends at OKKO apparently going to have a guest star. You might know him as Sonic the Hedgehog or the Blue Blur. Like this is an actual trailer that actually like hit during the San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know how I feel about this. Like it's kind of interesting. I've never actually watched OKKO, so I don't know if I enjoy the show or not myself. I have a few. There's a few people like I know that said it's a fun show. It's very silly.
The art style kind of reminds me a little bit of Steven Universe.
Yeah, it's very well. Like a lot of the shows on Cartoon Network are using that art style right
Is
now.
that the one with the blue jay?
No, that's regular show. OKKO is about like they live at a mall and like everyone's like a superhero or something.
Oh.
And
along comes
like,
Sonic, just spinning in.
Like just comes in Sonic's.
And Tails as well.
And I love it because I mean, if you pay attention during the trailer, there's like a lot of like KO, who's the character with the mop in the trailer. It does a lot of like Sonic, like movements, throughout the trailer. Stuff like he does like the pose with the hands, like pointing to the screen, or does the Sonic run towards the screen for a second. Like does like little references, such as like the weight there thing, like all that little stuff, and
oh yeah, with a little tapping of his foot, yeah.
Yeah, like all that's there. Like you can tell the animators are having fun with this one. They're like, okay, well we're doing Sonic, so let's just like throw in all the Sonic stuff. Like let's just go full Sonic with it. So much so that they even like in the at the end of it, they even have like a song in the similar cadence to the old Sonic theme song from the old Adventures of Sonic cartoon from back in the day.
The Sad AM?
Not the Sad AM, the other one. Well, not as many people liked.
Just like sort of.
Yeah. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. I enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe we'll get a Pingus reference from Robotnik or Eggman if he shows up in this.
But talking to San Diego Comic-Con, like there's been, and I know you'll probably sigh and roll your eyes, Switch. I mean, I'm kind of fed up with like after I watch Avengers Endgame. I think I'm probably done with Marvel, but they've announced
it.
Oh, go on, Corey. Sorry.
I liked Endgame, and there was a couple of points in the movie that I rolled my eyes and was like, whatever, fuck that. But I liked it, and I was like, you know what? I'm happy. This is sort of what everything led up to. This is a good jumping off point. Yes, they like tied some things to, keep it going or whatever, but not too much. And I'm like, you know what? This is sort of the end for me. I might watch like a one-off movie if it looks good or whatever, but it's not looking that way.
I mean, I'm glad that you enjoyed Endgame. I did not. I mean, there's a lot of things that just bothered me plot-wise. There were some things I did enjoy. I'm not going to like lie about that. Like, I mean, the send off to Tony Stark was okay. I enjoyed that. That was good. But the send off to I thought the send off to Captain America could have been done better though.
Yeah.
The overall, like, I mean, for the people who are invested, I'm like, it sounds like overall they were enjoying it and they had a good time. So I'm glad that those people did. For me though, I feel like just a lot of there's also some plot holes I fucking just did not like in that movie.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of took me out of it a bit. And that's more of a me thing. So I'm not going to take that away from other people though. So yeah. I did see Far From Home.
Oh, you saw Far From Home?
I did. I wish I didn't.
Yeah, I skipped that. Like I said, I was happy with Endgame. I wasn't completely happy, like I said, but I was like, yep, this is a nice end to the MCU for me, unless they start doing better and I get interested in it again.
Nope. It's not.
Yeah.
Because what is it? They at San Diego Comic-Con, they've announced a new Thor movie.
They've announced a shit ton.
Taika Waititi is returning to direct again. What was it called? Thor: Love and Thunder.
And
of course,
what it's called.
Identity politics come into it. Jess Thompson, who I did enjoy as Valkyrie in Ragnarok.
I did. Was she my favorite? No, but I enjoyed her.
Actually, she was one of the reasons I hated that movie. I'm sorry.
Was she really?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought she was alright, but I liked Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth. Like I liked their chemistry, of those two, the two brothers.
I really liked Thor Ragnarok, and that's why I'm very disappointed. And I was like, when I heard he was going to be the director again, I was like, that's kind of cool. I'm glad. And then from all the news that came out of, like, I wasn't even like, I know a lot of people are like, I'm not calling it that. I'm like, I like that name because it's very 80s and whatnot, like Love and Thunder. But then they go on, and it's like, oh.
She's going to be queer. Which
No.
they tease.
Not just that.
Looking for her queen.
Yeah, she's looking for her queen.
That was literally the comment that she gave. She's the king looking for her queen.
Yeah.
Which is basically virtue signal. Hello, my character's lesbian. I'm gonna have a lesbian relationship in the movie. So, why is that so important? Is that what the plot is going to be? Like, what Valkyrie looking for?
I don't know. I mean, I know that they got Jane Foster back.
That was the next thing. They're going. MCU is going with female Thor, and yes,
apparently then the Eternals is also a thing. I'm not really interested.
Hercules is going to be in it apparently,
and they said like one of the characters in the Eternals is going to be LGBTQ plus.
Oh, for goodness sake!
It's going to be Hercules because he's.
I love it because
it might not even be just him, but
yeah, I love it because like none of the movies that they talked about, I can't think of one where they actually talked about the plot of the movie or what's going to happen.
Exactly.
They just talked. If anything was brought up, it was usually like this is that here's that virtue signal item. Like we replaced this guy with a girl, or we're introducing this team and we're going to introduce the LGBTQ. Oh, and this person's also LGBTQ, and here's like here's like a bunch of TV shows. Oh, we brought in like those ones you were finally asking for. We brought them in, but like okay, but what is the plan for Phase 4? Like what are we doing for Phase 4? Like is there a goal, something to reach you like a Thanos?
Yeah, what's the big bad? Yeah.
Yeah, like,
well, see, and that's another thing is like I was like, they beat Thanos. They did what they said they were gonna do since Phase 1 or whatever. Kind of. And that's another reason why I bowed out at Endgame.
So you got female Thor, which people got outraged, like, refer to her as Thor, not female Thor. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, Thor is a name. It's not a mantle. It's not like a rank or anything.
Well, Thor is a name, and that's always kind of been one of the bigger problems people have with the Thor property, where like when they made it a female, well, no, you can't really, like, why not just call her the Thunderer? Why not call her why not call her Thunderstrike? Why not call her like something else other than Thor? Because like it's like that. Because the thing is, like, Thor's his name. It's not like it's not like a title, right? It's not like, oh yes, your actual name is Bill, but we're calling you Thor because that's your title. Yeah, Bill the Thor.
I don't even know about Beta Ray Bill, but I could go for a movie about him.
Beta Ray Bill would be cool. Like, but Beta Ray Bill again never went by Thor. He had the powers of Thor, which is why the book was still called Thor when he was here. Like, but he was still Beta Ray Bill. Like that was literally that's who he is.
Yeah, his own separate character, wasn't he?
Like when people talk about Beta Ray Bill, they don't say Thor, they say Beta Ray Bill because that's who he is. Like, that's why he stands out as much as he does. He was just worthy of the hammer.
Apparently, Blade is in this phase, and I'm like,
I was gonna bring that
this is gonna be good. I'm sorry, Mr. Vampire. May I tap you so I don't have to put a stake through you because this is a children's movie after all.
PG-13. Right, here's I saw this comment on, because I meant to do a video on this Blade announcement. One, MCU is completely messing with consistency because I really like the actor Massa. Is this how you say his name? Mahershala Ali? Mahershala, something like that. Probably butchered his first name there.
I know the name. Yeah. Prince Ali.
I think he was. I think he was in Alita, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. But he played Cottonmouth in the Luke Cage Netflix show, which is in canon with the MCU. so he's played a villain in that, and now he's playing Blade.
Yep.
That's going to piss fans off. Unless they're going to go,
Deal with it.
oh, this is the multiverse. Like, he was Cottonmouth in one universe and he's now Blade in another.
They're going to tell you now. They're doing a Loki series, okay?
Oh,
Like, they're doing a WandaVision series, and WandaVision. Oh, and I love this one. WandaVision is apparently important for if you want to see, or I'm not sure if it's important, but it's going to have bearing on the new Doctor Strange movie. So because Wanda also shows up in Doctor Strange and is a key character in Doctor Strange.
Was it the
So
like when they
you
said
that you got to get that Disney subscription.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so they wanted to get that Disney subscription, and like I'm sure they're going to try to find a way to belittle Doctor Strange with like Wanda being there. I'm like, why can't Doctor Strange do his Doctor Strange thing? Is he going to become the Sorcerer Supreme or not? Like, he still hasn't even become Sorcerer Supreme yet.
Like, I've been calling WandaVision. I've been calling it WonkaVision.
WonkaVision.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I get some of that Wonka chocolate, I'll be okay with it.
She's gonna shrink Vision down to the size of a chocolate bar.
Like, like WandaVision is most likely going to be like this is how WandaVision is going to be. It's going to be her trying to figure out how to bring Vision back to life, and then Doctor Strange, the new one. I think it's like I heard something that was like about multiverse or something. So then it's going to be basically with her going because most likely it's going to be her trying to ask, try to go to through like the multiverse to try to get like Vision back that way. How much you want to bet that's what it is? And that's going to end up like leading into like the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be very arbitrary, but like,
has anybody heard in the comics? Like, I don't know, maybe I didn't read the specific comic. Like, I didn't read Doctor Strange comics. He's one of my favorite characters because I've read him in other people's comics. But like, does anybody know what the multiverse of madness is? Or...
what was it? Michael.
Is it referencing something?
Micah Curtis was saying in his video, "Oh, I hope to God it's not going to be the House of M storyline." And the thing is, I think I've got like the first volume of House of M. I'm gonna have to reread it again because it's been.
House of Mouse.
House of M is House of M. Yeah.
Magneto, and yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, yeah, House of M is the storyline where Wanda like says it's the iconic No More Mutants scene from Wanda, where because what happens is Wanda like something like some tragic event happens, and she says, and so she uses her vague powers to say no more mutants, which then like depletes over half of the mutants in the Marvel universe before like having their powers come back some weird arbitrary way. It was like just a weird like it was a mandatory thing that they did to try to like make that so the mutants were more in control because they didn't really know what to do with the characters. It was weird. But like some people like House of M, some people don't. Really, that's the best I got for you on that one. Yeah. You know,
I think it's shitty of Disney to like only put it on Disney Plus subscription service, their streaming service.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how they're going to do that because like that's okay. So for the legalities of America, sure, that's easy to do, and maybe even for Japan. But like once you ask, okay, so those legalities of what happens with like once you get to Canada or the UK or other parts of Asia, like what are you going to do with the legalities of the streaming services there? Are you just going to keep your partnership for Netflix for outside of those areas and put them on there later? Are you going to try to introduce Disney Plus into those other areas as well after you've gotten the legalities taken care of? Because like it could like just to give you an example, if you don't have the legalities in place for let's say Canada, right? For those type of things and those what's agreed upon for those streaming services for you to even have them here, it could be like a year or two before we even see them because you're gonna have to have that settled, right?
Yeah.
So then everyone in Canada is behind on your TV shows because well, how are we gonna get them? You know what I mean? And you're going like again, this is the same thing for the UK and like. Does this market even matter to you? Then that's another question. Does this market even did you even consider this market as one that matters to you as well? Like I mean, I'd hope you would, because I mean, some of your money still does technically come from here. Like, you know what I mean? And then my question is, do you think that you viably have enough things to offer to viewers that they would actually be willing to like come to those services and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll watch your thing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then like, because like, okay, now you're telling people to potentially leave Netflix or buy another subscription to something else, or even if not leave Netflix, leave Hulu, leave YouTube, leave Amazon Prime. You know what I mean? There's so many different streaming services. Leave Verve, maybe, I don't know, but here's the thing: some of them are more tempting than others. Verve has partnerships with multiple anime companies, right? So if somebody who's into anime is going with Verve, and they're like, well, I don't want to leave Verve because I get Crunchyroll, I get Funimation, I don't know if Funimation's still there, but you get Crunchyroll, you get Sentai Filmworks, you get um, a few others, a High Dive, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like all in one, rather than paying for like all those services separately. It's a combined one. So I'm not going to get rid of that one. Do I want to get rid of my YouTube? I don't know. Do I like the YouTube originals? Maybe I like not having ads on my YouTube videos. So do I get rid of YouTube? Maybe, maybe not. Do I get rid of Netflix? Well, Netflix has a partnership with CW. It has a partnership with it has the Netflix originals. It has a partnership with some movie companies. It has a partnership with some TV companies now, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, do I get rid of my Netflix? Maybe not. I mean, Amazon Prime. I mean, sure, okay, maybe I'll get rid of Amazon Prime. But like Amazon Prime has, it gives you 2 day shipping. So I'm not really there for the movies. So is the 2 day shipping important to me or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe the movies are a nice little bonus, so I'll keep that as well for the movies that are there. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get rid of that. Like, see what I mean? Like, there's already online services, and you're adding like another one to the list. And the question is there one that you're willing to leave and then go to these one of these other ones? Hell, even Hulu is a good one, like, because it offers multiple networks and stuff like that. The ones I'm mentioning, the reason I mentioned these ones is because they don't only offer their own services; they offer services from other groups that I may want to be with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are aggregator ones that are like, we're not just giving you one thing; we're giving you a handful of things at once, right? So with Disney's, well, we're only going to offer you the Disney lineup. So that means only Marvel movies, only Disney movies,
And
only
Fox,
NBC, like
probably.
NBC, Fox, whatever we only own, right? Unless Disney has partnerships with other groups that maybe they might introduce, but they haven't said anything about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and so is that worth it for me? And it might be. I don't know. For some people, that actually might be more than worth it for them. So my concern though is, are they going to bring the market in and bring it too thin with the amount that they're bringing with this too?
I think that if they offered Fox content and they offered Disney content, they would have enough to do it themselves because they have just tons of content with that. The problem is that we've seen some shit with Disney before where it's like the Disney Vault. So is it going to be like that? Could be one of the the advantages of Disney only doing their own stuff, is because like things with Netflix and stuff, they have contracts with all these other companies, and then it's like, okay, well, we can offer you like uh I don't know, RoboCop 1 or something, but we can't give you 2. Or we can give you RoboCop 2, but we can't give you RoboCop 1. So like if somebody wants to watch RoboCop 1 and then RoboCop 2, well, shit, who cares, you know? Like that's the advantage of Disney, where they can be like, "Hey, we don't have to go through all these like loophole, like these hoops and stuff like that. You can watch like the whole MCU if you wanted, or all the Star Wars movies if you wanted." But are they going to do that? That's the question. Like that, or are they going to pull Disney vaults where it's like, well, we own all the stuff, but we're only going to like give you Iron Man 2, and then if you want to watch all 3 Iron Man movies, well, you can't. well, you own all of them. It's your streaming service. You should have, like, I could see if you're like, I don't know, I don't know, I can't see it. Like there's no reason for them to do the same that like thing that Netflix does.
Mm. I mean, it's true, and again, like I do ask that question of like, because I did ask that question earlier, like what are they going to do for the outside of U.S. market? Like, do they care about that outside of U.S. market? Are they going to introduce the streaming service outside of the U.S. And outside of?
They have announced that they are. It is going to take a bit longer, but they are coming. They are going to be going to other countries.
Okay, because I mean, like the here, because that's the thing, right? Like I said before, the legalities of those other countries is also a problem, right? Like you have to, how do those legalities affect? And the other question is, are you going to introduce only the Disney versions of these movies? So like when I go there and I want to watch Star Wars, is it only going to be the Disney era Star Wars? Are you going to have before Disney era Star Wars?
That's
like,
that's the other thing. Like, are you gonna have episodes 1 to 6, or are you gonna have like 7, 8, and Rogue One and Solo?
like, are you gonna? Another question that I have to ask is: are you later planning to only keep everything you own behind your streaming service, or are you later going to say, well, after like a few months to maybe a year, that they can go onto other streaming services too? Like, are you? Is this just a way for you to control your own market, or are you actually going to let other people? Are you going to let other people in
You
as well?
can actually buy Netflix exclusive TV shows. Now you probably have to pay a bit more money, but you can actually buy them on Google, Google Play Video or whatever. Probably on, I'm thinking iTunes or something too, but like they're not even as exclusive as you think. Like if you're willing to buy them for like a season price or whatever, or well, like a 10 episode season price. So I think it was like, I think I looked into Stranger Things one time, and it was like, I don't know, $20-$30 or something. But like if you want to go do that, you can go do that, and then you own it. And then if Netflix was like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of Netflix originals, which they would never do, or you didn't have Netflix or couldn't afford the subscription for the month, or didn't want to get the subscription, you can still watch them. So like, are they going to do that kind of thing? And when they start coming out with Disney movies, say they come out with like Toy Story live action or something like that, are you going to be able to? Are they going to be like, okay, you can buy the DVD and get it on Disney Plus? Or are they going to be like, no, 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 you got to get Disney Plus?
Oh, what was that meme I saw a while back? It was like this bright, colourful background, and it had Vincent D'Onofrio from Daredevil as Wilson Fisk, and he goes, "Hi, I'm Wilson Fisk, and I bash someone's skull in with a car door, and you're watching the Disney Channel." It's like sort of one of those like before, like, you know, like a Disney TV show comes on.
Like, yeah.
I think he should play Thor again.
So like,
forget Jane Foster. Let's get Thor from Adventures in Babysitting.
Excuse me. Yes, she was the first female Thor. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Like, and she was amazing. Okay.
That's it. I was going to also ask you, what do you think about Wesley Snipes being snubbed for Blade?
I actually feel sorry for him because, like, I mean, like, he didn't really do anything crazy. Like, yeah, sure, he was only in prison for tax evasion.
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, tax evasion. Like, dude wanted to play Blade. It was his favorite role. Like, he kept trying to like talk to Disney about potentially having the character show up. So I feel like you're kind of snubbing him a bit here now. Like, dude, come on, you know?
Yeah, I mean, because
like
I saw this. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, sorry. No, you go ahead. Sorry.
I read this comment on Mr. H Reviews video. I meant to do a video on this Blade announcement, And someone said, I honestly get the feeling Disney screwed over Wesley Snipes just so they won't have Snipes overshadow Black Panther. Wesley was ready to get back into that role years prior, but Disney never gave Wesley a call. After that fraudulent narrative about Black Panther being the first black superhero, while ignoring Blade and Wesley, proves my point. Screw Disney, I'm done with them anyways, the person said.
Well, I mean, yeah, Wesley Snipes actually, like, on his Twitter page has even been talking about it. It's like, vampire, breaking news, message from the Daywalker. Hey, MCU, haven't we been down this road before? Yeah, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah, I read that. That tweet was on my timeline.
Yeah. Just like, there's Wesley Snipes. Like, he's like, I was still available. And he's like, the dude still looks good for his age, right? Like,
Yeah.
But
Play.
I didn't realize, and I don't know whether these rumors are true or not, but apparently in Blade Trinity, he had some real fallings out with the cast as well as the director.
It wouldn't surprise me.
He apparently put the director in a chokehold in front of people. He was in character the whole time. Like he insisted people referred to him as Blade, not Wesley Snipes or Wesley. And apparently he would just smoke weed in his trailer all the time and barely did any work. And so the cast used and that's why I wonder why Blade Trinity felt off, like he was sort of barely in it. Was that they just basically used his stunt double or his body double for certain scenes.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I like the idea behind Blade Trinity, the third one. I like the idea. I like the story beats behind it. It just does feel very hollow as compared to the other two.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what though? I didn't really care for the second one either, to be honest.
Heresy.
I liked the first one a lot, and the second one was okay, but it was, I don't know if I like the idea of I don't know. Me, I don't know.
Do you remember that fight scene in Blade 2? Do you remember when the two vampires infiltrate Blade's base and they turn on the lamps, and they're fighting in front? Blade is fighting in front of the lamps.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yes.
And there were some really weird bits that didn't need CGI. For some reason, they were CGI'd, and the bodies looked really limp and just weird. It's hard to describe. I'll bring it up on the fight scene up on the screen so people know what I'm.
You just rhymed. Fight scene on the screen.
It was so weird. Like, I do not.
Well, yeah, it is weird. I mean, Oh, I need to get going. Jeez, it's getting late.
I was gonna say to wrap it up. Oh, where's the fight scene? Vampire ninjas. I get some of the bits needed. Where they're swinging from the girders and stuff. And a very young Norman Reedus as well. I see here they go like, oh yeah, hit the lamps. And up here, I wonder if I can bloody find it. Where it says spinning the swords. No, come on. Because I mean, he was chosen for his good martial arts skills. He really sold the character, didn't he?
He really did, yeah. That's I think why I like it. Like you could tell he's very much that character. But there's a lot of and I feel sorry for Wesley Snipes. I mean, maybe he was just, I don't know what was going on. Maybe he got too much into the role at the time. I'm not gonna say Wesley's a perfect guy,
yeah.
But I think he's tried to mellow out over the years. He wants to play the role again. He clearly loved it. It was, you can tell he definitely had a great time with Blade. But yes, I'm going to have to peace out. If you guys need to go on a little further, you guys can definitely go on a little further without me.
I was going to say, we'll sort of probably close it out because we're about the hour mark. I know it's here somewhere. There's bloody.
If you want to sign switch out or whatever, and I'll wait on the line for you to finish to find.
Here we go. I think I found it. Right, here we go. So we've got this backflip he does. That's obviously. But here, why is this bit right? Live action.
Yep. Oh yeah, that.
Oh, there.
What,
With that
what
kick
was
in the
that
air.
cut?
What was
What
that?
cut?
But look at those bits there when he does like a couple of
Yeah.
there. Why does this bit need to be CGI?
What are these cuts? These cuts are fucking amazing. Look at
And look, why does that bit need to be in CGI? That's just a little clinch.
Hey, look, these cuts are amazing. Like, you can see the cuts too. Like, they're so blatant.
I just don't get that bit where they were a clinch.
Yeah, the CGI and the cuts are so fucking blatant.
Look at like they're flailing their arms like they're made of rubber. Like, what the fuck was that? But anyway, thanks to Jay who has tuned in live. He said, just to close out, he said, "Waffle, I'm gonna give you the world's biggest uppercut if you badmouth Toy Story ever again like that."
You guys have a
What,
good one,
saying
right?
that live action would suck?
So with that, thank you to everyone that's tuned in live, or if you are watching this later on. Switch point has just gone. I was about to say a switch point out. It's been Nerd Waffle.
Seacrest out.
And it's been me, Flatmeister, or you can refer to me as Papa Flatmeister from now on. But with that, we'll catch you in the next episode. And don't forget to hydrate a lot. It's bloody hot this summer, so keep hydrated.
And don't forget to get your pet spayed or neutered.
Don't forget your sunscreen.
Don't forget to get your lions, your live action lions spayed or neutered.
Now, we'll catch you in the next episode. Take it easy, everyone. Bye.